What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the land of Reckless Logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack that notification bell so do not miss any of my posts from me. Let's get straight into this video. Alrighty, guys. Hello. I'm welcome to the land of Reckless Logic. And just so you guys know, we'll be doing. Oh, what the heck? I got stuff playing on in the background. That's really caught me off guard. All right, so with all of that being said, let's get straight into this video. I do have a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to speed through today. So yes, I will be talking about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez hired a new lawyer. I will be giving more of an update when it comes down to Damar Hamlin. That is the athlete that ended up collapsing from cardiac arrest. I will be getting into TJ Holmes. I will be getting into Dana White. That's going to be very interesting. And also, I'm going to get into Jen Sai. Now, her last name, I know I'm probably butchering, but with all of that being said, let's get straight into the mess, y'all. Let's get straight into the mess. Let's go. Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, always constructive. Comment down below. News reporting, I guess that's what we doing. Teaching, hopefully y'all learn something. Scholarship, we ain't got no money. Education and research so you can get a nasty piece of degree. Okay? Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Alrighty, hey, how was everyone doing? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hello, JT. Hello, C. Marie. How you doing today? Hey, Lux Tea Party. Hey, Sabby. What's going on? Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not like the fresh face. I'm just gonna be completely honest. It's not really my favorite, but I have to do it because I have somewhere I have to be. Pisses me off, but it's all right. Hey, Just Here, how you doing? And hey, Saint. All right, so first things first, let's get straight into why we're here. Okay, so let's get into Tory Lanez. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When it came down to Tory Lanez, I really didn't think I was gonna have to talk about him until like the 27th. But of course, with him and his team, and also with me knowing Tory Lanez and the way that he likes to fight physically, mentally, and figuratively, they threw a monkey wrench into this whole process and situation, per usual. So Tory Lanez ends up firing. Now, this is, of course, brought to you guys by, now, this site I have here is the Carolina Beat. This is my first time hearing of it. But however, it says, new court date added to Tory Lanez under court code 132 and is under offering false evidence. Now, like everybody's supposed to know, everybody knows that he was found guilty on charges dealing with the state of California versus Tory Lanez for having possession of the firearm, unregistered firearm. Now, I will say this: when I was actually looking at the actual charges that Tory Lanez was actually charged with, he wasn't actually charged. Now, to my knowledge, he wasn't actually charged with actually quote unquote shooting Megan Thee Stallion. But he was actually charged for actually having the weapon and shooting the weapon, but not actually shooting her. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was actually looking at someone else tell me that, basically break that down and really get into more nuance of it. But I will say this. So yes, on this blog here, let me see. Now it says here, it seems like Tory Lanez will be headed to court ahead of sentencing, but this time it may be in his favor. Now it says, according to, and it says at T with Tia, a new court date has been added to Mr. Daystar Peterson. His first name always gives me every single time. Hello, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Sipping with T? How are you doing today? All right, so it says his court date is scheduled for Tuesday, January 10th. According to court records researched by the North Carolina Beat, Mr. Lane's court appearance is for California court code. Damn, my tongue was tied. Court code S132, which means offering false evidence. Now, girl, this is going to be, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. Now, it says RM was also added to the end of this court case number, which indicates that the felony charges are eligible to be reduced to misdemeanors, according to Tia with Tia. Girl. Now it says Tory was convicted of all 3 felonies and faces up to 22 years in prison. His sentencing date is January 27, 2023. But his legal team will appeal his convictions. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. We already had speculation that he was going to appeal, or he was going to attempt to appeal, and whatever. Well, now the whole appeal thing, there was, even though there was speculations of his legal team appealing his current status of being locked up and found guilty and all the other stuff, on the opposing side, people said they really didn't think that was going to happen, like, because it was a lot of illegal or little technicality things. So, to my knowledge, keep in mind, I'm not deep into the court system, but to my knowledge, I didn't think it was actually going to go through. But me knowing his legal team, or having an idea, since I did cover this actual trial, me having an idea of Tory Lanez, his legal team, and the way they like to do gymnastics of all kinds and of all sorts, I knew they were going to throw a monkey wrench into the situation. But I'm going to continue. Now it says here as well, because we don't stop there. It says here, now this right here is brought to you guys by the Shade Room. Now it says here, Suge Knight's former attorney is now representing Tory Lanez. Girl. Now it says, according to reports, Suge Knight's former attorney, David Kenner, his last name probably butchered, Kenner is now representing Tory. The news comes weeks after Tory's sentencing. Let me continue. Now it says, now Megan Cunoff said this on Twitter. Regarding Tory Lanez Tuesday court date, yes, there is a date listed on the jail roster. It's not on Judge Hereford's calendar, and he's got a bunch of other stuff at the time. Attorney David Kenner confirmed to me last week he's now representing Tory. Now, before I even, I'm gonna say this. Now, before I even get too deep into what I'm about to read, isn't Suge Knight, now correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, because I don't know too much about what's going on with Suge Knight, but isn't Suge Knight in jail? Isn't Suge Knight in jail? Now I don't know the specifics. I don't know if it was like the jail time was like lesser of the two evils, like what he got is actually serving as lesser of two evils. So the lawyer technically did do their job because they got the best deal out of what they had to work with. He's in there for life. But apparently, okay, so I will say this. So he is in jail. Okay, I want to make sure I wasn't going crazy, because I was like, because even when I got the news, I was like, is that a good thing that he got this man lawyer? But now I will say this. From the grapevine, from what I hear, I can't confirm this, but from what I hear, I heard that Suge Knight's lawyer, despite the fate that Suge Knight has going on currently, I actually hear that his lawyer is actually really, really good. I don't know how true that is, but I did actually hear that his lawyer, David, I'm gonna call him David K. David K, he's really good. So I don't know. Oh, he ran over somebody. Oh, talking about Suge Knight. Lord Jesus. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Why would he get the same? Oh, he lost all his cases. He was caught on video. It was no denying it. Oh yeah. So yeah, it was the lesser of two evils. Why did he get some other game and was what? Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if he better get Tory off. But I'm gonna continue. I should got me some water. My mouth dry. Now it says David K is a longtime criminal defense attorney whose clients include former death row record CEO Suge Knight. Anyone with actual experience in criminal law, and it says in parentheses, not all lawyers, will tell you he's joining the case a bit late. Before trial would have been better. Now here's the thing. Now I'm gonna be honest. If you have now that's one person, it's gonna be hard for you to be able to represent Suge Knight. Suge Knight is like is like the Blueface and Christian Rock of the criminals of the jail system. Like he's that person. Like he is like the Medea in real life, real time, when it comes down to his track record and criminal background. He's always up in jail. So to my knowledge, he's always in some trouble as well. So you actually haven't, I think any lawyer that had Suge Knight as a client, they most definitely would have lost that case. No matter who, it doesn't matter what type of lawyer, what type of expertise, they were going to lose that case regardless. But I'm just going to continue. Now it says here, Penal Code 132 regards false evidence and witness tampering. Ooh, come on. 132 is also Judge Hereford, Judge H, girl, my tongue is tied, I ain't got no water, court department number. Now it says here, LA Superior Court actively hides court documents from the public, so it's really impossible to find out what exactly is going on based on the court record. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I could be wrong about this because I don't know the specifics as of yet. Didn't, and I like, keep in mind, I try not to really say YouTubers' names and stuff, but I like both of them, so I'm gonna say the names. Didn't Nick at Night and Street TV, didn't both of them actually get evidence and actually had the evidence released? Now, I will say this. I think there's probably a distinction between these specific court documents that they're referring to and the actual evidence that was actually utilized and showcased in court. So maybe that's where the nuance is coming in at. Because when I read that, I thought about Nick and Night and Street TV. I'm going to continue. Now it's a, hey, how are you doing? What's going on, Breeze? How are you? Hey, Rainy. And yes, come on, y'all make sure y'all thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please, please, please. Now it says here, actually, I'm going to leave that up. Now it says here, some clues about what's going on. Now it says here, prosecutors tried to add a bribery count to Tory's charges during trial, which the judge rejected. Any post-conviction motion from David K regarding false evidence or witness testimony is very unlikely to come this quick. Now it says here, to be clear, we really have no idea what this is, and there is no way any serious post-conviction motion will be filed and heard this quick. Tory was convicted on December 23rd, and there was a huge holiday break. There is no way there's been a serious motion fully briefed. Now people over here trying to spread fake news. Not people trying to spread fake news. Well, possibly fake news. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When it comes down to Tory Lanez in this case, girl, I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I done had lives on this platform, conscious platform, went to other people's platform, talked to them just about cussing out their supporters. I personally feel like he did it. I'm gonna say that I personally feel like he did it. And with me and my personal perspective, not saying that it's right, not saying that it's wrong, I'm content with him actually being locked up. Personally, only because I really do believe deep in my heart that he did those things. Now, in terms of if he actually did it, now this actually me stepping out of my own belief system. If he actually did not do it, then no, I do not believe that he should be in jail. But I actually do believe that deep in my heart that he actually did it. So I'm content with him actually being behind bars. But we're going to see what's actually going to go down. We're going to see how this actually plays out. Now, I do want to continue in this story because actually in this story as well. Now, Soulja Boy has some things to say in terms, and when it comes down to Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez case, and also the rap community. So we're going to get into some things. Okay. I know that's right. I mean, he did it. Ain't no way around it. I know that's right. Let me see what some of you guys are saying real quick. His ego just won't let it be. He's gonna mess around and make it worse for himself. Be completely honest, I don't know how I was gonna make it any worse at this point, baby. If you down this bad and keep on time, and that's the thing. And I think a lot of times too, people talk about him being sentenced to 22 years. Keep in mind, y'all, and I'm gonna have to keep making this clear. He has not even been sentenced yet. He's going to be sentenced on the 27th. And not only that, he might not even receive the full 22 years. Now, he might get a higher sentence. He might be closer to 18, 15, possibly because of his track record, but I don't think he's going to get the full 22 years. No shade. Let me go down. Girl, my mouth is dry. Yep, he did it. Now it says, but if he didn't do it, that raises the question, who did? Girl. Remember, Justin showed up while the jury was out and everybody rested their case. They said they took Justin away for questioning. Well, let me say this too, because I also got something as well in my inbox. And I know this person in here. I don't know which profile you is. We're gonna find it out. But I got something else in my inbox, and basically they had said something along the lines of, "Oh Lord, they're gonna get Kelsey too." Here they go. And I do remember specifically. My mouth is dry tonight. Jesus. Specifically that I remember this content creator, Instagrammer. His name is Boots Tarot. He specifically said that Kelsey's gonna get locked up, but it's not gonna be for perjury, I believe. So if this, and keep in mind, he's a well-known, at least in my experience, he's a well-known psychic, tarot reader, and he actually has receipts where he actually gives readings to celebrities, and then something happens in the news, and then when all of those things happen, he actually shows the receipt of his reading that he probably did like a year or two ago, and then he'll match it up to the actual event that happened in real life, in real time, and actually has been showcased throughout the media. So he said that she's going to go to jail, but not for perjury. So if this just might be her way into the prison system, and he never actually specifically said if Tory was actually going to go to jail. So this just might be Kelsey's way into the prison system and possibly Tory's way out of the prison system. So we're going to see how that works. But so back to Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy, now this is by the courtesy of, you know, I could just show you guys. I can do that. Let me do this real quick. I can just show you guys. I don't know why I just did all of that, and I didn't even think about that, girl. But yes, so Soulja Boy has some things to say. Now it says, now this is the courtesy of the neighborhood talk. Well, hold on, I'm over here multitasking, girl. Now it says here, Soulja Boy slams the rap community for not sticking up for Megan Thee Stallion. Now you know it's bad when you got Soulja Boy talking about sticking up for women, especially knowing the way that he treated his girl. But you know, hey, a broken clock is right twice a day, girl. I guess. Girl, go. There we go. Jesus, took forever to come up. So now let me share my screen. Against Tory Lanez, y'all naggers out here shooting bitches and nobody saying nothing. So let me just pull this bad boy up, baby. La 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 la. Bam. Okay, so let me just bring it down and then bring it right back up. Bam.
Y'all watched it, shoot this, and everybody said he ain't do it.
Girl,
he ain't do it.
They said that.
Y'all lame, man. That nigga. Y'all the same niggas that see. Y'all the same niggas that don't stand on. The rap community has fallen us. These niggas, man.
Not
These
feeling
niggas
this.
out here shooting, man.
Girl.
These niggas out here shooting, man. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Y'all watched it, shoot this, and everybody said he ain't do it. He ain't do it.
Yeah.
Man, y'all lame, man. That nigga. Y'all the same niggas that see. Y'all the same niggas that don't stand on. The rap community has. You want to shoot in the feet, nigga? You was a pussy, nigga. Lame ass, nigga. And when you get home from jail, nigga, you know where I'm at, nigga. You got a problem, nigga. I'll beat your ass nigga. I know you see this shit. Boy, I know you in jail with a jail for.
Okay, girl, let's just get it. Oh, hey, F, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let's actually get into some of these comments that he's saying. I'm gonna leave this on the screen while I talk. Girl, let's get into some of these comments. Okay, so now it says here, one person says in the comment section, he's right. Nobody still ain't gonna say none because they care more about how other men feel. Another person says, right message, wrong message. Okay, looks like this person finna do what I need them to do. This man beat on his girlfriend. You know what? I'm gonna like your comment because I was thinking the same thing. Beat on his girlfriend. I didn't forget. Let's be real. Rap niggas are the most problematic people in the black community, but they don't take accountability for the culture they create. Y'all rap about smoking ops and desensitize the youth and other black men to think violence is the answer. Seek therapy and do better. I'm just gonna, girl. I'm gonna hold off on that. Now it says facts. Now another person says facts. They still quiet even after all the evidence out. Keep that same energy. Another person says it's good that somebody in rap is finally speaking up. Another person says right message, wrong message. But he's right. Another person says the women that act like they were physically there and defend him is sickening also. But let something happen to their family member. And I 100% agree. Another person says, I agree with him. I'm glad a black man finally came out to defend her. Another person says, he's not wrong. I'm going to read like two more, then we're going to get on. Now, another person says, did he really defend her and stand up for her before this? Or he just looking to be reposted? So here's my thing, because I was thinking the same thing. No shade. When it comes down to that, it's like, yeah, I can understand the because it's the point of the purpose of media is to make people pay attention. That's the job of the media of all kinds. Shock jocks, bring out stories, exclusive, grab the attention of masses, control narrative. That's the job of the media. So one of the tactics that the media love to use is that they sometimes they take old content and then repost it at later dates so the masses can believe this is something that happened currently. But then when other people start to do their research, we find out this happened some months back or year or two back, but however, it just resurfaced because the media decided they want to use that specific tactic. So I don't know if this is something that he's been said or been expressed, and now that it came back up. Then again, at the same time, he did say in the video, he was like, that's why you in jail. So yeah, it could be, yeah, it's current. I just thought about it. Let me see. Let me do one more. And that's the thing too. Another thing with Soulja, it could be a possibility he actually does want to be reposted. So I'm not gonna say he's faking it. I'm not gonna say that it's not genuine, but I do believe that it's the right message, wrong messenger type of situation. Because like the next person said in their comment, like other people have also said in their comments before, and the person says this: wasn't he beating on Nia Riley? I hear him though, but he got to ask himself that question too. And this also goes to what I mean when I say that I feel like a lot of people have a false image or illusion of themselves, or they feel like they can speak up on situations, but not realizing the same words that you're giving out. Awesome message, but however, make sure that you most definitely have a mirror and give that same speech. Just saying. Now, to our knowledge, you may not have shot a woman, but you most definitely, to our knowledge, put your hands on one. Just saying. But let me continue. Girl. My mouth is dry, girl. My mouth is dry. All right, but let me continue. So that's really all I have to say about the whole Tory Lanez stuff as of currently. I will be doing this. I will be having a panel, the Reckless Bureau, the panel. The first episode will air and will be streaming on Friday, January 27th, because in the topic of the panel is going to be Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and I will be bringing some new faces on this platform. Now, just so you guys are aware, on this panel here, this is not going to be a panel where I'm going to be dropping the link. This is going to be a panel where we're going to have set panelists, and we will be talking about some things, getting into some things. If you guys have specific questions, and I will be highlighting those questions and allow the other panelists, new faces that you guys have never seen on this platform, and they'll be able to answer those questions, etc. But yes, I will be having a panel about that situation. And girl, we gonna see. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. So now, since we've moved on from Tory Lanez, let's actually move on to Damar Hamlin. And by the way, guys, please thumbs up. It really does help out with the YouTube's algorithm. Please thumbs up this video. If we do our jobs in here, they can do their job out there. And who is they? YouTube. And when they do their job, more people come here. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's get into it. Now, as everybody knows, Damar Hamlin, he is the pro athlete football player that ended up collapsing from contact because he ended up having cardiac arrest. Well, yeah, cardiac arrest. But however, he ended up waking up. I'm so happy. I was so happy about that. So now this is by the courtesy of the Shade Room. Now it says here. Oh, girl, got a lot of stuff going on. Now it says more details about Damar Hamlin's condition is being released. According to ESPN senior NFL insider Adam, I'm going to call him Adam S. because that last name, baby girl, I'm not going to even attempt it. Doctors say Hamlin awakened last night, but however, last night was 3 days ago. Well, it was reported 3 days ago. Awakened last night and asked through writing who won Monday's night game. As previously reported, Hamlin is still critically ill, but he has demonstrated that he appears to be neurologically intact. Now, this is another thing. Actually, yeah, but here's another thing. The same person I was just telling you guys about, Boots Tarot. I believe that's his name, Boots Tarot. Awesome tarot reader, psychic. He also did a reading on Damar as well, and he literally said that he's going to pull through. And that's exactly what he's doing. All right, now the actual tweet says this. Let me see. Can I pull it up? Can I pull it up? Baby. Where that bad boy at? Yep, I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. Bam, there we go. Now it says, doctors said after Damar Hamlin awakened last night, he asked in writing who won the game. Doctors told him, yes, you won. You won the game of life. I know that's right. You won the game of life. Let's read. Come on, the people are in the comments. They're celebrating. And so I'm so happy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie. I was literally like, now keep in mind, I really don't watch football as of lately. Currently, I have my moments, but I really was scared for his life and stuff, and I really felt bad because I really didn't. I don't know. Like normally, when stuff happens and stuff, like in the news or whatever. I don't really get attached to this type of stuff all the time, but this time I really felt a type of way. I really wanted him to be okay. I really want him to be okay. Now I'm gonna continue. Now it says here, the Buffalo Bills, it says, per the physicians caring for Damar Hamlin at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. My throat is going through it, y'all. Damar has shown remarkable improvement over the past 24 hours. We still critically ill. Okay, so I already read that. So yes, he's doing much better. Let's continue. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, okay. So this is the actual. No, what you're gonna see next. This is actually the picture on his actual Instagram that he posted, where he's actually alert. He's actually awake, and he's actually showing that he's doing much better. And I bet to his fans or the people that were actually invested into this case, well, not really this case, this situation, that really put a lot of peace in the hearts and the minds of his family, and the hearts and in the minds of his fans and the people that were actually invested in this situation, like myself, because I really did feel bad. I'm not gonna lie, I really did feel bad. because it stuff like this really makes people really think about. I guess it makes people really think about life and how precious it is, and how your loved ones can really be in front of you, and then most definitely things can happen and they can be snatched away from you in the blink of an eye. Now I do know for a fact that there were, while he was unconscious, there was a GoFundMe that was now, to my knowledge, what was the GoFundMe for exactly? I want to say that was for his organization, something along them lines, or it was a GoFundMe for him, or a GoFundMe for something. I forgot exactly, but I think it was for organization. And when I tell you, I think I don't know what their goal was. I think it was like $1 million or something. But however, at the one point in time, it was like 3 million. It went past the goal. It was 3 million. And like Sabi said right here, it has 8.5 million now. 8.5. Baby. I was happy too. I watched a friend sue the way he did. It was a college basketball game. He got hit the floor and never woke up. He had heart disease. I'm sorry to hear that. Baby. That is, it was a toy drive. I knew it was. It was something. Come on, look at y'all. This is the reason I like, honestly, this is the reason why I prefer going live than to actually do an actual video. Because sometimes I be saying stuff and I be like, it'd be like on the tip of my, like, I be having brain farts on here and it'd be like on the tip of my tongue, and then y'all just remind me, like, yes, it was a toy drive. That's what it was. It was something like that. I knew it was something. Okay, now it says here as well. Now, this is the courtesy, of course, by the Shade Room still. Now it says here, the NFL announces a series of activations to show support for Damar Hamlin throughout the league. Baby. Now it says here, as Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin continues to recover, the NFL has announced a list of activation teams will have the option to choose from as they continue to show their support for Damar during Week 18. And I continue. It says, on Friday, the NFL shared a list of activations, which included a public address announcement that teams are encouraged to read before the national anthem. They also have the option to outline the three in each 30-yard line, number on the field in either red or blue. During warm-ups, they can rock a black Nike t-shirt that reads, "Love for Damar 3." And Damar's team, the Bills, will wear 3 patches on their jersey. This is so beautiful. As previously reported, the Bills announced Damar's breathing tube has been removed, and he has been able to talk with his family and medical team. We are continuing to send love and light to Damar during his recovery. Baby. Oh, you over here talking about, come on. Let me see. I think you rock instead. Keep it up. You and your beautiful soul thing. Thank you. Period. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Now I say he can appeal all that he wants. He doesn't think he's gonna win, but Suge attorney, but Suge is in jail too. There's nothing. Oh, you talking about? I said that. We said that earlier. It was like, I don't know. Why would you, Tory? I don't know. Why would you get Suge Knight's lawyer? But from what I hear, his lawyer is really good. So I don't know. We just gonna find out and see, girl. We're gonna find out and see. There's more content for us, I guess. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna read off some of this. Let me share my screen, baby. Let me share my screen, baby. Baby, I'm so happy I got my mouse, because baby, before doing this was just a bit much. Now it says here, with millions of fans continuing to keep Buffalo's Damar Hamlin in our thoughts, the NFL today announced a series of activations in support of the Bills that will occur across the league during Week 18 games. All 32 clubs have the option to utilize the following activations and specific call-outs, noted that will be unique too. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm gonna skim this because I'm trying to see exactly if there were some activations that I did not go over, but I'm gonna skim it real quick. Option to wear black tee. Okay, I already read that one. Jersey 3. I already read this one. Fans club. Okay, fans, clubs, and players will have incredibly generous to support. Okay, I didn't read this one. Now I'm reading the last one, y'all. Fans, clubs, and players have been incredibly generous in support of Damar's GoFundMe fundraiser. A fund has been established by his family at the Giving Back Fund, and donations can now be made directly by visiting. Okay, we already went over that one. Want to make sure I ain't missing nothing, y'all. Want to make sure I show everything. Okay. Now this is the black jersey. That's cute. It's simple but cute. And you, of course, like it showed you guys the actual 3, the patch for the actual team. Come on, Bills. And this is the 30. Oh, that is cute. They showed out. I live for it. If they're happy, I love it. I'm here for it. Now, this is, of course, the courtesy of the Shade Room. Now, it says here, a message from Damar Hamlin. Now, the caption says, "Dear Demar Hamlin returns to Instagram with a heartfelt message after much progress since suffering a health emergency during last week's Bills-Beagles game." Now, it says here, and I quote, "When you put real love out into the world, it comes back to you 3 times as much." And that's 100% correct. "The love has been overwhelming, but I'm thankful for every single person that prayed for me and reached out. We brung the world back together behind this," and I agree. "If you know me, you know this only gonna make me stronger on the long road. Keep praying for me." I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy for that. I'm happy for this. Because, baby, when I tell you I was nervous. So that's really all I have to say about this. I'm really happy that he's doing so much better. This was a wake-up call or a reminder for NFL players. I'm just really happy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let me see. "We are true supporters of yours." Oh, thank you. Thank you. Another person says, "That's love." Come on, Siri. Yeah, so I'm really happy about the outcome and the way that he's doing. Now, another thing that Boots did say is that he's not going to be working. Of course, as we kind of all can tell, he's not going to be working in this season, which is kind of obvious and stuff. But I really hope that he completely, I don't want to say rehabilitates, but whatever issues that was going on when it comes down to him actually collapsing, what was the cause, whether it was, because I heard rumors or saw rumors about him not having a COVID shot or had a COVID shot. That's why he had cardiac arrest. I don't know how true that is. So if that's the case, whatever that cause was, if it was impact or allegedly the COVID shot or some other health issues, etc., whatever the cause was, I really hope that the doctors, physicians actually find out what the cause was and actually move past this in so many words. Let me see. I'm going to read one more comment and move on. Now, since besides boxing, MMA, American football is the most dangerous sport. All they do is risk their bodies for these white men for the coin, and they don't give a damn. That's fake about the vaccine. People need to stop saying that. It's gross. And that's the thing, too. That's why I said allegedly, because, girl, I really don't be knowing. And that's the thing, too. I was like, him not having a vaccine, what does that have to do with him collapsing? Now, keep in mind, I didn't read the story, so I really didn't see how people was trying to make that make sense. Because in my soul, I kind of felt like I was like, I really don't think that's the case, because I only saw it here and there. I didn't see it like a consistent thing. So, but I'm just glad he's doing so much better. But since we start talking about the good stuff, let's get in and we talk about the good men. Now let's get into some of these naggers. Girl, this brought to you guys by the Hollywood Unlocked. Now let me say this as well before I even get into this story. Please, now you guys see my screen, right? So do me a favor. If you look down below, you're going to see subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. But also, in addition to that, please make sure you guys hit the join button. When you hit the join button, you will be able to become a channel member. A logician. Girl, it's like every single time I get, let me say this. I be practicing Logicians is logicians, because logic and magician. Logicians, but baby, when it's time for me to actually say, I just cringe and I be butchering it. It's all right. We here. I'm gonna get it together. Logician is when you become a logician, you're able to become a channel member. But in addition to that, you will also have access to perks. And of course, when you press the join button, you'll be able to see all the different levels and see what perks that also come with those levels. All righty. Now let's proceed. Now we went from talking about good men like Damar Hamlin. Now we're gonna talk about some naggers. And the nagger, she's up, it's my bag. It's all right. It's a new concept. We all have to get to it, but it's all right. Y'all make sure y'all join the revolution. Just join the revolution. Now it says here, TJ Holmes. Now, like everybody knows, I've already covered when it came down to TJ Holmes. TJ Holmes, no good ass nagger. Now, TJ Holmes' estranged wife breaks silence on his affair with Amy Robach, says it lacks discretion and respect. Here's the thing. Now, if you go back to my previous lives, now, of course, you're going to see TJ Holmes in the thumbnail. I actually ran this story. I covered the story of TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. They were former co-hosts when it came down to Good Morning America. And they had a situation where they were at a bar, getting too close. Pictures were taken. They were released to the public. They were put on suspend. They were basically suspended. I think she was able to come back. I think he's still suspended, to my knowledge. Now that part, whether the suspension status, I don't know, but I do believe he's still suspended. I think she's actually gone back. Which I kind of now, if that is true, if that's the case, I already knew that was gonna happen. Because girl, historically, because of her pigmentation, she gonna be all right. Now, because of his pigmentation, I'm not sure about him. No shade. I'm just saying. Now, another thing is in addition to that, hey, what's going on, Ray? Now, in addition to that, let me say this. Now, I remember in that same live, because I talked about him, but I want to say I talked about him twice. I also said that the wife should really just should whoop both of their ass. And the reason why I say that is because of the simple fact that I believe, now I could be wrong. Now this is me trying to step into my logic. Y'all follow me. It's me stepping to my logic. Logicians, y'all just follow me. This is the time where we're gonna have to use our logic, but at the same time work our magic. Reason why I say that I feel like the wife should be whooping both of their asses is because the simple fact that if this was your husband and this was his co-worker and direct co-worker, they were co-host on Good Morning America, I would probably believe that it's safe to say that this woman most definitely been around his wife, Amy most definitely been around his wife, and she's more than likely probably been inside the house. So with that being said, it's one thing to quote unquote take this woman's husband. It's something else when you take the woman's husband at the same time. You done been all up in my face, but at the same time sitting on my husband's face. Tell that heifer up. Now I'm gonna read this. Now it says here, of course, Hollywood Unlocked. Now it says a statement released by okay, here, girl. Now you know her name. I always be messing it up, y'all. Y'all know I be butchering these people's name. Marilee Fibig, divorce attorney, girl. Stephanie Lehman read. Now it says, and I quote: during the holiday season and in light of the challenging times, Marilee sole focus has remained on the overall best interest of the 9-year-old daughter. So whatever. The lawyer told the Daily Mail. To the end, TJ's lawyer and I have been working together to move the divorce forward privately, expeditiously. Come on, T.I. Expeditiously and as mitigably, girl, get it together, as possible. My mouth is dry. Said the lawyer, head of the New York, New Jersey family law practice, Phillips Nazia. Now it says here, notwithstanding as dang. Now I'm not okay. Question. Now was that supposed to be like that? Because the way they have notwithstanding is all together. So is that supposed to have spaces in between? But I'm gonna proceed. Notwithstanding, we continue to be disappointed by TJ's lack of discretion, respect, and sensitivity towards Mary Lee, and the party's daughter. Mary Lee has been touched by the outpouring of support and looks forward to a new beginning of this year. Okay, in the new year. Okay, here, let me say this because I'm just gonna keep this quick and brief. I'm gonna be honest. Do I believe that Amy and do I believe that Amy and TJ is actually gonna work? No, because if they both have a history of cheating on their spouses, then it's only safe to believe, and I could be wrong, it's only safe to believe they're probably gonna cheat on each other. No shade. Now I will say this as well. No, okay, but here's the thing though. Now I know that's correct. But it's like it said no withstanding. It had N-O in front of it. Like, but it was all one word. That's why I was like, what kind of word is this? And I had to actually look at it again. I was like, oh, okay. So let me say this. So it's safe to believe that I believe they're going to cheat on each other, and I don't think they're going to last. Now, in addition to that, I cackled, and I want to say that the Jasmine is a typo. I'm gonna say that the Jasmine brand made me cackle because I think it's a Jasmine brand. I saw a post when it came out and it had a picture of TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, and it said the caption says unemployment would not stop true love. Baby, when I tell you I cackled, and by the way, y'all, I paraphrased that caption. Baby, when I tell you I cackled because it basically said that they felt like they were going to get fired or whatever. Cool, but it was just funny to me. That had me cackling. Now I will say this. Now I said that to say this. Since I do not believe they're going to work out, as in him and Amy, any woman that gets with TJ Holmes after the fact and actually expects to be in a mono relationship without infidelity, you are a damn fool. And I'm gonna move on from this. I'm gonna say this. This is the example of what men say, even though I feel like it's kind of BS whenever they do say this, but whenever men say choose better. So if that woman, because he don't get me wrong, he's a very handsome dude. But if that woman gets in a relationship, marriage with TJ Holmes and expects to be in a mono relationship, she a dang fool. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm about to move on because I'm not going to do that with him. Now, another quick story I do want to get into. Let's get into Andrew Tate. As everybody already knows, I covered the story when it came to Andrew Tate a couple of days ago. Now, it says here. Now, this is brought to you guys by the Jasmine brand. That says controversial influencer Andrew Tate's luxury car seized by Romanian authorities following arrest for alleged SA and human trafficking. Girl, I almost said the other word and they would have got me up out of here. Come on, YouTube. Now it says here. Girl, okay, come on. Oh, they got the full article. Dang now. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Now it says here. Now, just days after bragging about his 33 vehicle car collection on Twitter, social media personality Andrew Tate has been humbled in a not so luxurious way. Girl, my tongue is tired today, but it's all right. Now it says here, reportedly due to Andrew Tate's latest legal discrepancies, a total of 11 automobiles were taken from his possession, including a Bugatti, 2 Ferraris, a Porsche, a Rolls Royce, and a Aston Martin. Girl, Vanquish S Ultimate. Homes were snatched as well. Girl, they ain't playing no games with him, baby. They are not playing games. They took his cars and his houses. I know that's right. Now, girl, you know what they say, God don't like ugly. But what happened if all that happened and they're just justifying it like he's not convicted or it's not true, baby? That's gonna be baby. Now it says, if you didn't know, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, along with a couple of other individuals. Remember, y'all, I said that it's Andrew Tate, his brother, and I think I want to say two more men that are quote unquote involved in this. Well, I'm gonna say two more individuals because I don't know if there was men or women actually involved in this case to investigation where they're actually running a human trafficking circle, allegedly. Were originally detained on human trading and sexual assault accusations. They were also slapped with a charge linking them to their alleged participation in an organized crime group. Reportedly, the sixth alleged victim claimed to have been recruited into the association under ill intent and inappropriately exploited through the web production of certain sexual content for financial gain. Girl, I'm trying to substitute these words. Of course, Tate is currently sticking by his innocence, indicating that the development claims are lies that have been sent as an attack by his enemies. Girl. Now it says here, however, while the former kickboxer is screaming that he has no part in such immoral acts, an additional duo of women, oh Jesus, and not only 6, he got 8. Okay, come on. Had since resurfaced and added that Tate allegedly physically and sexually abused them too in the United Kingdom, which is said to have taken place in 2015. One of the young ladies recalled Tate being extremely aggressive with her and another female present at the time. Okay, so the rest of the story cuts off, but that's a good summary. Okay, my tongue is tired. Get it together. Let me say this, and I'm just going to reiterate some of the things that I've said before. Do I believe he actually did this or not? I don't know. But based on his track record and his history and his attitude, personality, behavior, etc., there's a strong possibility that this smoke actually does have fire, and the fire is connected to his name. Because sometimes where there's smoke, with the illusion of smoke, there's not always fire. So, do I believe that he did it? There's a strong possibility. Do I know that he did it? No. But I'm going to reiterate this important piece that I most definitely said in my video, my Andrew Tate video. This is the reason, this is the prime reason and example of how you must be protective over your name. You must be protective over your name because the simple fact that when you have a certain character or a certain reputation surrounding your name, and also keep in mind, since you are a celebrity of some sort, or you have notoriety, you have money, resources, clout, what that does as well, that attracts, and by the way, I'm not saying this about the victims or the alleged victims in this case directly, but this is just a general statement. What that does, that attracts people that want to leech off your name or want to attach themselves to your name in a malicious, insidious way. So what I mean by that is this. What I mean is that when you have a certain character or a certain reputation around your name, it makes, and is well known, it makes it very easy for people like clout chasers, this is a general statement, clout chasers to be able to come up with rumors that kind of identify with your pattern of behavior and your reputation, but then makes it worse because if you have certain things that have happened in the media, they can most definitely alter and modify those rumors to really fit you to the T, to be completely honest. So if there's a case of where he actually didn't do these things, the small possibility, y'all, where he actually didn't do these things, but yet since we also know of his content of the toxic manosphere, we also know his content of the beating a woman with a belt and him being aggressive and stuff. So it makes it quite hard for people in the court of public opinion to not believe half of the stuff that's actually coming out about him. No shade. No shade. So what's going on? How are you doing? Hey. You're right here. And that's exactly what I said. He put information out consistently. I think we welcome the opportunity for negative impact. And that's the thing. That's the thing. So and the example I always give is this. And I'm going to just move on because I already kind of went over the story. The example I went over is this. It's like when you have, and this is something that we've seen during the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case, and I would say all cases, when they run, like when they go through your background, they want to see your history. They want to see, you know, what's your history with this? What's your history with that? What's your character witness? How are people going to talk about you in certain spaces? What's the experience that people are having with you? Let's say you have a friend, two friends. You have Tommy and you have Bobby. Tommy is the friend that's very assertive. He's very controversial. He's very combative. He's quote unquote aggressive. He plays football. He's a hothead. You know, that's the character and reputation surrounding Tommy. Bobby, on the other hand, he's very timid. He kind of looks, whenever people speak to him, he holds his head down. He's not really assertive. His voice is kind of very on the softer side of things. He's very apologetic. He's very friendly, very nice. That's Bobby. Now, if I was to tell you something along the lines of Tommy got into a fight, you'll be like, you know what? That makes sense. I can believe that. You know, I can believe Tommy got into a fight because that's what he gives. But if I tell you that Bobby over here got into a fight, you're like, oh my God, who fought Bobby? Why would they fight Bobby? How did you get to? You're going to be more confused about the allegations that most definitely have come out about him. Now, I will say this. Some allegations you cannot control when you become a public figure because people are always, especially when you have some type of notoriety, clout, money, resources, people do want to attach themselves to you. Some in healthy ways, some in malicious ways. But what I will say is this, because I know there are times when you can't really control the narrative around your name because people also want to attach themselves to your name, so they also want to put out false narratives. But the thing that makes the difference with Andrew Tate is that these narratives and stuff he put out himself. Like when he goes on these platforms and he speaks, and we see the rhetoric and the stuff that he says. Yeah, you most definitely was the conductor and the engineer when it comes down to the machine putting out certain narratives about yourself. Yeah, you was most definitely the conductor when it came down to that. I'm just saying. Who fighting Bobby? Like for real? Like, cause I have two friends like that. I got a friend that's like on one end of the spectrum, another friend that's like real nice and do what they do. So like you're like, oh my God, why don't you fight her? Why would you do that? She's so nice. It'll throw you off guard. But I'm gonna move on. Let's move on. But actually, I'm gonna let's move on because girl, I already went over this story. And Andrew Tate, I really don't care for him. Do I believe that he did it? Yes. Do I know that he did it? No. But let's move on. I'm actually go to a commercial break, and then we're gonna get into the next story. Let's get straight into it. Bye-bye. So just so you guys are aware, so just so you guys are aware, if you guys did not catch my last show, girl, my mouth is dry today. So yes, if you guys did not catch my last show, that was the commercial for a fitness planner that my friend is actually promoting. And also with the access code that you guys did see, which was logicians, my fault. You are able to get 50% off. Now, at the time, there was like a 20% sale already going on the fitness planner, but with the code, you can add on an extra 50%. So in total, it was 70% off. Now, I don't know if that 20% is still active, but my code is very much still active. So y'all make sure y'all go to Etsy, girl, my tongue is tired of Etsy, and support a boy. Okay, so if you guys are personal trainers, if you guys want to work out, and if you guys want to track your personal fitness, but at the same time, it's most definitely on your phone, so it's always convenient. You can always have access to it. Make sure you guys go to and support the support your boy. Please, period. But let's move on. Girl, my tongue is girl. Now let's get into this bit. Let's get into this BS. So, Dana White is in trouble. Of course, is in the media because he was caught on video slapping his wife. Yeah, he was caught on video slapping his wife. Let me see. Can I bring this back? Now, I don't know if I'm going to show it because, girl, that's graphic. And, girl, I don't need YouTube trying to get me up out of here. But, yes, he was caught on video slapping his wife. Now, here was the thing. When it happened, I'm going to be honest with you. That situation was kind of swept up under the rug. But DL Hughley and Jamie Foxx has something to say when it came down to the coverage of Dana White slapping his wife. So I'm gonna paraphrase, then I'm gonna get into what they actually said. They felt like when it comes down to the coverage of Dana White compared to other black men who may end up in situations of like domestic violence and or in trouble with the law, those things, there are two different responses when it comes down to the coverage within the media. And so we're gonna get into what he said, and then I'm gonna give my little thoughts, because girl, we here but we not here. We're like DL Hughley, Jamie Foxx, we here but we're not here. But we're gonna get into that. Now it says here, Lord, UFC president Dana White has been under fire after a viral video surfaced showing him slapping his wife on camera on New Year's Eve. Previously, we shared that while bringing in the new year in Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico, Dana White and his wife, Ann White, got into it after whispering something in his wife's ear and slapped Dana, and he returned the favor. Meanwhile, the whole ordeal was caught on camera. Now, he did apologize as well. I do have this here, but I'm not going to play that because that's courtesy of TMZ, and TMZ is not going to get me up out of here. So I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it cool. I might just let it just play so you guys can hear it, but I'm not gonna put it up on the screen. But yes, he did apologize and say that, you know, they both were drunk. It has never happened before. I mean, we're gonna wait till we get there. Okay, so here we go. After whispering something in her ear, Ann slapped him and he returned the favor. Meanwhile, the whole ordeal was caught on camera. And I'll continue. Since the fight, Dana White has addressed the domestic violence incident, claiming he and his wife have never had that happen before. They both claimed they were heavily intoxicated and both got out of control. However, many people on social media weren't satisfied with Dana's post-slap accountability, in addition to the lack of attention and canceling he's getting in the media. Rapper turned podcaster Noir, I'm just hoping it's Noir because it's N-O-R-E dots in between. So, girl, I'm probably butchering his name. Spoke out on Twitter and said, Dana White isn't canceled. Y'all got me confused. Now, let's because I want to say it because I just might forget this. Now, let's time travel 2 or 3 stories back. Wasn't Soulja Boy literally just talking about how the hell a lot of y'all not talking when it came down to Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez? But yet, when it comes down to Dana White in this situation, all of a sudden everybody got a voice. Now, in this situation, I'm going to exclude DL Hughley because I'm pretty certain he did speak about the situation because I did come across one of his videos. I believe he did speak about the situation. But Nore, Noir, I'm assuming that's your name. To my knowledge, you haven't spoke out on that. So with that being said, why all of a sudden you got voice for this, which I do agree, but keep that same energy, y'all. And this is what I mean. Girl, I'm really trying not to do this. I'm really trying. This is what I mean when I say these niggas ain't shit, because they show us in the actions. Now I do know there are good men out there, but I'm sorry. Where I am mentally is niggas ain't shit, but there's still some good ones out there. No shade. No shade. Hey, intersex. Even Yellow Pill gives his gives his stamp of approval. Like, he gives his stamp of approval. But I'm gonna continue. Now it says, echoing his comments, comedian DL Hughley tweeted, and I quote, "If Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, and Antonio Brown did what Dana White did, the media wouldn't stop talking about it. What can Brown do for you? Be white?" On Instagram, Hughley added, "If that had been a brother, it'd be nonstop coverage, dreading it up a playground fight from the third grade, scoring old tweets." Yeah, scoring old tweets, you name it. Dana White's entire life is in brutal physical violence. He amassed a fortune from it. Where are the salacious headlines? Where's the pressure? Oh, he's apologized. That's pale privilege, girl. Pun intended, girl. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh, now someone giving tea. Noir is the same person who let Kanye go on a rant and had to apologize to the public. He is, girl. These naggers ain't ish. These naggers ain't ish. They show us in the actions. They say one thing, but the action shows something else. And girl, I'm not gonna go on that whole rant. But let me say this, and I'm gonna move on, because girl, I do agree when it comes down to when it comes down to the coverage and there being an obvious difference of Dana White and Antonio Brown, Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, Kanye West, etc. There's a complete difference. There's an obvious difference. Comma, B-U-T, but I think it's also interesting that it seems like a lot of times these conversations come up when, like, a lot of times I've noticed that these conversations come up typically a lot of the times just as a way to deflect from the account. And y'all know I hate this word with a passion. Accountability of some of our own tribe members. Our own tribe members are being held accountable. That's one of the, like, that conversation usually comes up in those cases. Now, in terms of when it comes down to Dana White, there is a complete difference when it comes down to the coverage of Kanye West them and Dana White. To be completely honest, the coverage of Dana White was so light and very lighthearted, to the point I totally forgot that this man had slapped his wife. With Kanye West, they didn't allow us to forget. When it came down to Antonio Brown, they did not allow us to forget. But yet, when it came down to Dana White, I forgot. No shade. But one more thing I do want to make very clear, you have to also keep in mind, and hopefully I'm that's not, I'm trying not to go on a rant when it comes to these videos, but I just might have to. When you are not the majority, I need y'all to follow me. When you're not the majority and the majority of society, they're the predominant voice in mainstream media and controlling narratives that are being pushed to the public. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have a conscious or unconscious bias when it comes down to covering certain stories when it deals with melanated people and when it deals with non-melanated people. But this also is going to run into the conversation that when it comes down to people that are within mainstream media that are melanated, when it comes down to them reporting on certain stories and really not understanding the assignment when it comes down to our own black melanated people. And what I mean by that is this. We know that in mainstream media, they're going to drag melanated people. They show us that on a daily. But then yet, when it comes down to melanated media and reporters, etc., bloggers, we drag ourselves, and that's cool. That's cool to a certain degree. But at the same time, we don't keep that same energy in making sure that sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if we're being biased when it comes down to melanated people and dragging the living hell out of non-melanated people, because you can't ask us, quote unquote, as a melanated media to be fair and quote unquote drag our own, and then but not drag our own, but you getting mad and telling us that we should be fair. Because to be completely honest, fairness was never really up for grabs. Fairness was never a conversation that started from the beginning. Fairness was not something that was very much present in this field, because if it was fair, the conversation surrounding Dana White and how frequent those conversations in mainstream media would be very much the frequency and the consistency. Come on, I'm fishing for words. The consistencies of those conversations would match the exact same consistency compared to Kanye West, Antonio Brown, and etc. So to be completely honest, when it comes down to mainstream media, that's the reason why sometimes, of course, depending upon certain things, that's why sometimes I kind of get mad at certain bloggers when they get into, I'm gonna say, pale spaces and they drag their own. That kind of gets me, because you're kind of doing what they do, but you're doing it for them. Like, my thing is, I need for us as melanated people to understand the assignment. You get what I'm saying? Understand the assignment. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna move on. Let me move on. So now let's get into, girl. Ugh. Before I move on, you guys make sure you guys thumbs up this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It really does help out with YouTube's algorithm. Now, y'all, I'm gonna do this story real quick. I'm gonna end this video because I'm trying to get back to doing my lives, having my lives roughly like an hour. All this 6 hour stuff. Now I may do something along the lines of do my live for like an hour, get what I'm saying? Help me out with my retention, and then do like an after show, and I can make that an open panel, then we can talk about it. I'm gonna do something like that. But please make sure you guys, please make sure you guys thumbs up. It really does help out with YouTube's algorithm. But not only that, you guys see the subscription button. You guys see it, the subscribe down below. Well, actually, first, forget that. Hit the thumbs up, and then down below, you're going to see the subscribe button. Okay, you see that? But right beside, you're going to see the join button. Make sure you guys click the join button, because when you click that join button, you have the opportunity and the ability to become a channel member. And so with that being said, when you hit the join button, you will see different options for channel memberships. Now, within each level within memberships, now the first level, I changed the first name, y'all. The first level is called Spotlight. The second level, and by the way, with Spotlight, you're kind of seen, you get a badge, you're able to be seen. People are able to recognize that you're a channel member. You have priority okay, everybody just going crazy over here. Come on, y'all, Mercury retrograde. But you're able to, come on, spam. Come on in my chat. Block user. There we go. But yeah, so you're able to be seen, and also you have priority for being able to reply to you. And also it makes it easier for me to be able to identify channel members within my chat. All right, so Hey. Now, the second level is it's called VIP exclusive. Now, with VIP exclusive, you will have access to you will have early access to videos. You will be able to have access to live chats and stuff that I will make for my only for members, which is something that regular subscribers will not have access to. You will have access to polls and stuff that our regular subscribers would not have access to, etc. So check out all of those features. Now, the last feature, the last level specifically, is called content creator. Now, in content creator, of course, it's gonna be content creator, but I know for a fact that a lot of times when I be doing these videos and stuff, sometimes I be wanting some other people to come up with me. So with that being said, you will have the opportunity to have more of a direct connection with me. But also with that collaborations, we will talk about YouTube and the tricks and things I've learned in this short amount of time to really help grow my channel. Because really, to be completely honest with you guys, doing this stuff, there was a learning curve. So there's a lot of information that I'm willing to help people and really help people grow their channels and stuff, and really, help people out. But also at the same time, help myself too. Girl, they are really out there fighting, girl. Y'all hear that? Girl, it's going crazy. But let me continue. Now we're in this. Okay, so Real Housewives star Jay Shah. Now, y'all, last thing I'm about to butcher, y'all. Shah, blame it on my tongue, not my heart, sentenced to 6.5 years in prison for a telemarketing scheme that targeted the elderly. Girl, she going to hell. She going to hell. She is going to hell. Okay, so this is brought to you guys by... Oh, y'all hear them? Girl, they going crazy. Maya! You see? Sometimes you got to remind them. Okay, so let me see. Bam, there we go. So this is brought to you guys by the Jasmine brand. Let me actually read it real quick. Now it says here. Now it says, before being sentenced to 6.5 years in jail, Jen Shah, girl, I probably butchered her name, sobbed in court, saying she was deeply sorry for her actions and wished to apologize to all the victims. On February 17th, Shah must render to the Bureau of Prisons. Following her release, she'll be subject to 5 years of probation. Girl, she's just getting crazy. The former housewife star requested to serve her time at FPC Bryan, a women's minimum security prison camp approximately 100 miles northeast of Austin and 100 miles northeast of Houston. Come on, location. However, before she is instructed on where to report, the Bureau will need to assess her security classification. Judge Steen said thousands of elderly people lost tens of millions of dollars in the scheme orchestrated by... Girl, she gonna go right. She going to hell. She going to hell. She is going to hell. But I'm gonna play this video. Yeah, she going to hell.
Excuse me. You good. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me.
Girl, she walking herself in there. Girl. Hold up, girl.
Oh, you can't go there.
Okay, so what is that? Oh, the reporter's being reported. Okay, so let me say this. Yes, come on here with pronunciation. Shah. Girl. I be trying, y'all. Y'all just people these. I don't know what it is when it comes to people these names. It be And on top of it, when it comes to me reading like on camera, I don't be in it. But have me read off camera, perfect. But on camera, girl. But we gonna work through it, girl. Me and my tongue, we gonna work through it. Okay, so let me say this. One thing I do know for a fact. Now, it didn't mention and say that she was on Real Housewives. I'm about to say of Atlanta. She was on Real Housewives, that franchise. But let's be very clear. Real Housewives if you compare it to other reality TV shows, their bag is something serious. Their bag is more, much heavier compared to, not to my knowledge, y'all, compared to a Love and Hip Hop, compared to a Zeus Network, compared to all of those shows. So with all of that being said, I'm about to pose the question: what the hell is what are you stealing from? And then just to think, you were stealing from all these elderly people, stealing tens of millions of dollars from people, and then have the nerve to say you're deeply sorry. And my thing is this: are you really sorry? Are you sorry because you got caught? Or are you sorry because that's what you really feel deep in your heart? She's trash. On Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she just blacked one of her friend's eye on the show. Come on, it's most definitely giving mafia tease. Come on, mafia tease. Hold up. She blacked one of her. Hold up. Question. Let me take this. I want to ask this too, because this just might lead to the conversation I had 2.5 seconds ago about the coverage of melanated media and BS that we do and the BS that non-melanated people do. No shade. So let me say this. Was there coverage on her blacking her friend's eye? Like, was there coverage on that? Was there consequences? Whatever happened with that, Ashley? I have a question. Because it's most definitely going to alter what I'm about to say. No. Or it wasn't. So Sweet Jane's saying no. So Ashley, do you agree? Well, so was there coverage or was there not coverage? Because I want to make sure she's saying no for the right thing. Because there we go, another example. And there goes another example where if a fight, like they covered it up. Oh, they covered it up. Oh, okay. Now her friend. What happened? Everyone knows who did it. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. And this goes to another example of what I mean when D.L. Hughley was talking about there's a distinction between the coverage of melanated media, non-melanated media. Now let all of that have happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta or Potomac, which it has. People talk about it. It's always in the news. It's always being covered. Now you got this non-melanated person done did some BS quite similar to Portia, Kenya, Karen, Monique, Candace them, and Giselle them, but it was covered up. Well, looks like she was sentenced. She done stole money from a whole bunch of elderly people. Now looks like for the next 6.5 years, she gonna be locked up with a butch lesbian named Tommy. So that's really all I have to say for this video, y'all. Y'all please make sure you guys thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That is it for my video for today, guys. Please, when you guys thumbs up, it really does help with the YouTube's algorithm. Once again, if we do our job in here, YouTube can finally do their job out there. And when they do their job out there, new people come here. Please, 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 please make sure you guys please subscribe, thumbs up. But at the same time, please make sure you guys press that join button because you're able to become a channel member. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so very much. I will see you guys later. Deuces.